Have you ever looked at your monthly benefit and quietly wondered, how is this supposed to be enough? If you're receiving Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA benefits, or railroad retirement, there is one number in 2026 that deserves your full attention. That number is 1,330 per month. Right now, that figure represents the federal poverty level for a single individual. In simple terms, according to federal guidelines, if someone earns less than $1,030 a month, they are officially considered to be living in poverty. Now, here is the troubling part. Millions of seniors and disabled Americans are receiving less than that amount every single month. Many are living on $760. Others receive $900. Some receive around $1,000. And yet the cost of rent, groceries, utilities, insurance, and medication continues to climb. Quietly, steadily, relentlessly. So the real question becomes this: how can the same government that defines $1,230 as the minimum needed to avoid poverty continue paying millions of beneficiaries less than that? Today, I want to walk through what this number really means, why it matters so much in 2026, who it affects, and what is currently being discussed that could potentially improve the situation. My name is Sara, and here on Seniors Social Security Today, my goal is simple: clear information, calm explanations, no confusion, just facts that help you understand what is happening with your benefits and your financial security. Let's start with the basics. The federal poverty level is updated each year. It is used to determine eligibility for programs like Medicaid, SNAP, housing assistance, and other support services. In 2026, that poverty threshold for an individual is set at $15,960 per year, which equals $1,330 per month. For a household of two, the number is higher. This figure is not random. It is the government's own definition of the minimum income needed to avoid poverty. But here is where things become difficult. There is no rule requiring Social Security retirement benefits to meet or exceed that poverty level. Social Security benefits are calculated based on your lifetime earnings and work history. If you earned lower wages throughout your career, your benefit will be lower. That's how the formula works. For some retirees, benefits are comfortable. For others, they are barely enough to survive. SSI, which is designed for individuals with limited income and resources, is closer to poverty-level support. But even there, payments often fall short once you factor in real-world expenses. The result is a wide gap. Some beneficiaries receive over $3,000 or even $4,000 per month. Others receive less than $1,000, and that gap explains why so many seniors feel left behind. The system was built decades ago. At that time, the cost of living was dramatically lower. Housing was more affordable, groceries were cheaper, medical costs were a fraction of what they are today. Fast forward to 2026, and the landscape looks very different. Rent has surged in many parts of the country. Utility bills are higher. Food prices remain elevated. Prescription drugs and Medicare premiums continue to increase. Yes, there are cost of living adjustments each year, but many seniors tell me the same thing. The increase looks helpful on paper, but it disappears quickly. Medicare, Part B premiums rise, supplemental insurance costs go up, out-of-pocket expenses increase, and suddenly that raise doesn't feel like a raise at all. According to recent data, more than 40 million Americans are living below the federal poverty line. Around 11 million of them are seniors age 65 and older. Many of those seniors rely primarily on Social Security. This is not a small issue. It is a nationwide concern affecting families in every state. Over the years, lawmakers have discussed the idea of creating a true minimum Social Security benefit tied to the federal poverty level. The concept is straightforward. If someone's calculated benefit falls below the poverty threshold, it would be increased to at least that level. On the surface, that sounds reasonable. If $1,230 is considered the minimum needed to survive, should any long-time worker receiving retirement benefits fall below that? Supporters argue that lifting benefits to the poverty line could immediately reduce senior poverty. It could help stabilize households. It could reduce reliance on emergency assistance programs. Critics often raise the question of cost. Increasing benefits requires funding, and funding always becomes part of a larger policy debate. As of now, no nationwide guarantee exists that Social Security benefits will meet or exceed the federal poverty line. Discussions continue in Washington, but no final changes have been enacted. That is the current reality. In the meantime, many seniors are doing their best to stretch every dollar. One important step that can help right now is reviewing your Medicare coverage annually. Plans change. Prescription formularies change. Premiums shift. According to officials, many beneficiaries could lower their out-of-pocket costs simply by reviewing plan options during open enrollment periods. Even saving $50 to $100 a month can make a meaningful difference when living on a fixed income. Additionally, programs like Medicare savings programs and extra help for prescription costs may be available for those who qualify. These programs are tied to income limits, often related to the federal poverty level itself. This is why that $1,230 figure matters so much. It doesn't just define poverty, it influences eligibility for assistance. Understanding where your income stands in relation to that number can help you explore available support. Now, I want to pause for a moment. If you are currently living on less than $1,330 per month, please know this: you are not alone. And your situation is not a personal failure. Millions of Americans are in the same position. The structure of the benefit formula, combined with rising costs, has created a gap that many did not anticipate decades ago. Social Security was designed to provide a foundation of income in retirement, not necessarily to replace full earnings. But as pensions have largely disappeared and savings have become harder to maintain, more people depend heavily on that monthly check. And when that check falls below the poverty threshold, the pressure is real. Looking ahead, discussions around strengthening Social Security continue. Policymakers debate changes to funding, benefit formulas, and minimum benefit guarantees. Nothing is guaranteed at this stage. Any potential reform would require legislative action and careful negotiation. But conversations are ongoing. In the meantime, staying informed is one of the most powerful tools you have. Understanding how your benefit is calculated, knowing how cost of living adjustments work, reviewing healthcare coverage, exploring assistance programs. Small steps can help protect your financial stability while larger policy discussions unfold. As we close today, I want to bring this back to the heart of the issue. The 130 monthly poverty threshold is more than a number. It represents a line that separates financial stability from financial hardship. For millions of seniors and disabled Americans, that line feels very close. Whether future reforms will tie benefits directly to that poverty level remains to be seen. But awareness is growing, and awareness is often the first step toward change. Here on Senior Social Security Today, my commitment remains the same: to provide calm, clear, trustworthy information so you can better understand your benefits and your options. If you are feeling the strain of rising costs, please know your concerns are valid. If you are worried about whether your income is enough, you are not alone in that concern. Take care of yourself, review your benefits carefully, explore every legitimate assistance option available to you, and most importantly, remember this: your years of work mattered, your contributions mattered, and your financial dignity matters. I'll continue to keep you informed as new updates develop.